What if I told you that the same plain white powder you grab to scrub your sink or freshen up the fridge could actually be a secret weapon for reigniting your vitality and restoring blood flow where it matters most? I'm completely serious. Because for thousands of men over 60, including many right here in my own practice, something as humble and accessible as baking soda has made a dramatic, tangible difference in their circulation, the firmness of their erections, and even their quiet confidence behind closed doors. My name is Dr. David Lee. For over 30 years, I've dedicated my career to helping older men navigate issues most feel too embarrassed or defeated to discuss openly. The creeping decline in blood flow, the frustrating softness where there was once strength, the draining low energy, and the emotional weariness that often tags along. As a professor of urology and a specialist focused squarely on men's health, I've learned a profound truth. The most powerful medicine doesn't always come in a fancy bottle with a prescription label. Sometimes it's already sitting quietly on a shelf in your kitchen, overlooked and underestimated. Here's the crucial part most men never hear. Baking soda isn't just for cleaning grease or calming occasional heartburn. Used correctly and consistently, emerging science suggests it can gently support your body's production of vital nitric oxide, improve how oxygen moves through your blood, help rebalance your body's internal pH environment, and even make the testosterone you naturally produce work more effectively. All of these factors are absolutely essential for achieving strong, reliable erections after 60. So, if you're a man who believes life after 60 should still be lived with passion and vigor, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell right now. You won't want to miss the science-backed tips and natural strategies I share, designed specifically for men like you. And honestly, your feedback helps me create content that truly serves you. If this topic resonates, type 1 in the comments below. If it doesn't feel relevant to you right now, type 0. I read every single one. Alright, let's dive into the first surprising way baking soda can support stronger erections for men over 60. And it all starts with the delicate balance of your blood. Benefit number 1. Balances your blood pH to unlock smoother circulation. Most men walk through life completely unaware of a silent shift happening inside them as the years pass. Their body's internal environment can become subtly more acidic. This isn't about the food you eat directly, but how your metabolic processes change. This creeping acidity, often undetected on standard blood tests, acts like a slow poison for your circulation. It causes your blood vessels to stiffen and narrow, quietly strangling the smooth, powerful blood flow essential for a firm, spontaneous erection. Think of trying to water your garden with a hose that's been pinched shut. No matter how much water is in the tank, only a trickle gets through. This is precisely where baking soda, acting as a gentle alkalizing agent, steps in. When dissolved in water and taken correctly, usually on an empty stomach, it helps nudge your body's pH back towards a healthier, more neutral balance. Studies, like those examining its use in managing metabolic acidosis, hint at this systemic effect. By reducing that low-grade, vessel-constricting acidity, baking soda supports better blood fluidity and helps your arteries relax. This creates the optimal environment where oxygen-rich blood can move freely again, reaching the tissues that need it most. I remember Harold vividly. He was 69, recently retired, and sat across from me radiating frustration. After some gentle probing, he finally admitted, voice low, "Doc, I just don't feel like a man anymore. I try but nothing responds down there like it used to." His standard heart and blood tests looked okay, but deeper analysis revealed his internal pH was tilted acidic. We started a simple routine. A half teaspoon of baking soda in warm water with a squeeze of lemon first thing each morning. 3 weeks later, Harold walked in with a genuine smile and a noticeable lightness. "Something's shifted, Doc," he said. "It's subtle, but I feel awake again." My wife noticed too. That initial shift, rebalancing the pH, is fundamental. It's the bedrock upon which better blood flow, oxygen delivery, and ultimately stronger performance is built. And when that foundation is solid, the benefits ripple outwards, touching far more than just the bedroom. Benefit number 2, quiets the fire, reducing inflammation in your blood vessels. If I had to name one of the most insidious, overlooked enemies of a man's vitality after 60, it wouldn't be low testosterone. It's chronic, low-grade inflammation. This isn't the sharp pain of an injury, it's a slow, silent smolder deep within your tissues. I call it the quiet thief because it doesn't announce itself with fanfare. Instead, it chips away relentlessly at your blood vessels, your energy reserves, your sensitivity, and yes, your ability to achieve and maintain firm erections. Samuel, a robust 71-year-old with a proud demeanor, came to me perplexed. "Doc, my numbers seem fine, but I feel like my body's constantly working against me. Even when I want intimacy, I just can't." While he wasn't diabetic and his cholesterol was controlled, his blood work showed elevated inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP. That was our clue. Here's the critical connection most men miss. This chronic inflammation damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium. This lining is the factory where nitric oxide, the crucial chemical signal telling your penile tissue to relax and fill with blood, is produced. When inflammation scorches this lining, the factory sputters. Blood flow is choked, sensitivity diminishes, and your body simply can't respond effectively. This is where baking soda reveals another surprising strength. Research, including studies published in journals like the Journal of Immunology, indicates that sodium bicarbonate can stimulate anti-inflammatory pathways, particularly within organs like the spleen and kidneys. It helps calm an overactive immune response, especially the kind targeting your vascular system. Think of it as pouring water on that internal smolder. When inflammation subsides, blood vessels regain their flexibility, nitric oxide production improves, and erections become a more natural, achievable response again, not a forced effort. Samuel started a regimen, half a teaspoon of baking soda in water every morning followed by a gentle 15-minute walk. Within a month, he reported not just more frequent morning erections, but a significant boost in daily energy and mental clarity. "It feels," he described with relief, "like something deep inside finally unclogged." That sensation of release, of less internal pressure and more ease, is the hallmark of reduced inflammation. But unlocking blood flow is only part of the battle. Your body still needs the spark, the chemical signal, to initiate an erection. That spark is nitric oxide. Benefit number 3, fuels the spark, supporting your natural nitric oxide production. Ever feel mentally ready for intimacy, but your body just doesn't get the message? The culprit is often a shortfall in nitric oxide, NO. This tiny molecule is the ignition switch. It's what tells your blood vessels to widen dramatically, signals the smooth muscles to relax, and orchestrates the powerful rush of blood into the penis when arousal strikes. Without sufficient NO, desire can be present, but the physical response stalls. Thomas, 66, was active and his hormone levels were decent. He wasn't depressed, yet he confided, "Doc, I want to be intimate. The desire is there, but it's like the signal from my brain just doesn't reach down there anymore. The switch won't flip." That disconnect, the mental yes met with physical silence, is classic nitric oxide deficiency. While baking soda doesn't contain nitric oxide, it plays a vital supporting role in helping your body produce more of it naturally. When your system is acidic, nitric oxide breaks down rapidly and its production is hampered. Baking soda, by gently alkalizing your blood, helps protect the endothelial lining, that NO factory, and reduces oxidative stress, both critical for preserving and enhancing NO function. Studies on athletes provide compelling clues. Research in journals like Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise has shown that sodium bicarbonate supplementation can improve vascular performance and stamina. One key reason? It appears to help the body better utilize oxygen and generate nitric oxide more efficiently, especially under physical stress. What boosts endurance in athletes also benefits erections. Both demand rapid, expansive blood flow and highly responsive blood vessels. Thomas started a simple protocol, a small amount of baking soda with lemon water each morning, combined with specific deep breathing exercises I taught him to further stimulate NO release. A few weeks later, he shared the good news. "I'm waking up with something I haven't seen in years." Document. More importantly, it feels like my body is finally listening again. That return of natural responsiveness is the power of nitric oxide. But once blood surges into the right place, it still needs to deliver its precious cargo, oxygen. Benefit number 4, unlocks oxygen delivery to revitalize sensitive tissue. Achieving a firm erection isn't just about getting blood to the penis. It's about ensuring that blood effectively delivers life-giving oxygen into the erectile tissue itself. Without ample oxygen, even if blood volume is present, the tissue can't fully expand, engorge, and sustain that firmness. The result? Weak, fleeting, or frustratingly absent erections. Richard, a 72-year-old retired fire chief, embodied strength but felt defeated. "Doc," he confessed, "it feels like I'm running out of fuel down there. Everything's slower, heavier, duller." His cardiovascular markers were reasonable, but one subtle clue stood out. His blood oxygen saturation was consistently on the lower end of normal. This is common as we age, especially if underlying acidity or inflammation is present. Our red blood cells, burdened by a less than ideal internal environment, struggle to offload oxygen efficiently to the tissues that desperately need it. Baking soda steps into this crucial gap. By promoting a more alkaline blood environment, it helps optimize hemoglobin, the oxygen-carrying molecule in red blood cells. Hemoglobin releases oxygen more readily in a slightly alkaline setting. This means more oxygen is actually delivered into the penile tissue when arousal begins, supporting firmer, longer-lasting erections. Richard began a gentle morning habit, sipping a glass of water with half a teaspoon of dissolved baking soda slowly before breakfast. Within weeks, he reported more than just improved overall energy. He specifically mentioned a noticeable change during intimacy. "It feels warmer down there," document. "Like things are actually flowing again. Like they're supposed to." That warmth he described is the unmistakable sensation of revitalized tissue receiving the oxygen it craves. It's your body feeling truly alive, alert, and responsive. But oxygen isn't just fuel for arousal. It's also critical for the tiny muscles inside the penis that perform the essential task of trapping blood to maintain an erection. If these muscles are fatigued, performance suffers. Benefit number 5, recharges the tiny engines, boosting mitochondrial energy deep inside the structure of your penis lie unsung heroes, smooth muscle cells. Their job isn't just to allow blood in, they actively contract to trap and hold that blood, sustaining the erection long enough for satisfying intimacy. At the very core of their power are microscopic power plants called mitochondria. These convert fuel, like oxygen and nutrients, into usable cellular energy, ATP. When these mitochondria run efficiently, the smooth muscles contract strongly, holding blood effectively. Gerald, a sharp 68-year-old retired mechanic, faced a specific frustration. "Doc, it's not just getting hard," he said quietly. "It's like the whole system shuts down halfway through. I just run out of gas." His description was spot on. As we age, especially under conditions of chronic acidity or oxidative stress, our mitochondria become less efficient. They struggle to produce enough ATP. For the smooth muscle cells in the penis, this energy deficit means they can't contract powerfully enough to trap blood effectively, leading to the frustrating loss of firmness Gerald experienced. Baking soda offers a subtle but vital boost here. By reducing lactic acid buildup, a byproduct of inefficient energy production, and fostering a more alkaline, less stressful internal environment, baking soda supports better mitochondrial function. Studies on cellular metabolism, including work looking at bicarbonate's role in energy pathways, support this concept. It helps create the optimal conditions for these tiny energy factories to generate the ATP the smooth muscles desperately need. Gerald incorporated baking soda water 3 times a week, combined with light morning stretches and deep breathing, to further enhance oxygen uptake. About a month later, he captured the feeling perfectly. "Doc, it feels like the engines are turning over again down there. Not perfect, but alive." That sensation of renewed cellular energy, quiet, steady, yet profoundly impactful, is mitochondrial support at work. It provides the sustained power needed for performance. But even with ample energy, your system needs the right hormonal signals to initiate desire and response. This brings us to a crucial, often misunderstood aspect: testosterone sensitivity. Benefit number 6, clears the static, enhancing testosterone receptor sensitivity. "Doc, my testosterone numbers look fine on paper, but I still feel tired, unmotivated, and nothing's happening downstairs." This is one of the most common refrains I hear. And often, the men are right, their total testosterone levels might fall within the normal lab range. The missing piece? Receptor sensitivity. Testosterone is the hormone delivering the message, but your cells need functioning receptors to hear that message and respond. Imagine yelling instructions through a thick, foggy window. The message exists, but it gets muffled and distorted. Martin, a 64-year-old retired police officer, was the picture of strength but felt defeated internally. They told me my testosterone was good, document. So why do I still feel so flat? Further investigation revealed the likely culprit. Years of low-grade inflammation and internal acidity had likely dulled his cellular testosterone receptors. They were sluggish, resistant. Baking soda enters the picture not by boosting testosterone levels directly, but by optimizing the environment where hormones and receptors interact. By reducing acidity and calming inflammation, it helps clear the static, the biochemical noise interfering with the signal. This allows the testosterone you naturally produce to bind more effectively to its receptors, triggering the desired cellular responses related to libido, energy, and erectile function. Martin started a routine, baking soda water a few mornings a week combined with light resistance training, which also enhances receptor sensitivity. About 6 weeks later, the change was evident in his demeanor. "My drive is coming back, Doc," he said, genuinely surprised. "Not just for sex, but for everything. It's like a switch flipped back on inside." That switch wasn't more testosterone, it was his body finally responding to the testosterone it already had. Optimizing hormonal communication is vital, but your body's overall performance also hinges on the health of its primary detox organs, your liver and kidneys. Benefit number 7. Lightens the load. Gentle support for liver and kidney detox. One of the most underappreciated reasons men lose their physical and sexual edge after 60 is toxic load. Over decades, our bodies accumulate metabolic waste products, environmental chemicals, and even spent hormones. Your liver and kidneys are the primary filtration systems clearing this debris. When these organs become sluggish or overloaded, everything suffers. Blood thickens, hormones get imbalanced, circulation weakens, energy plummets, and even mood and mental clarity decline. Carlos, 70, ate cleanly and never smoked, yet he felt persistently off. "Doc, I feel toxic deep down," he admitted. His blood pressure had risen slightly, his libido dipped, and his energy was flat. His blood work revealed subtle clues: slightly elevated uric acid, mild signs of kidney strain, and indicators of a sluggish liver. Nothing catastrophic, but enough to explain his systemic fatigue. Baking soda offers gentle yet significant support here. It helps reduce the acid load your kidneys must process, promoting a healthier urinary pH which makes filtration more efficient. For the liver, by reducing systemic inflammation, it eases the burden of processing metabolic waste. It's a supportive nudge, not an aggressive cleanse, making it ideal for older men needing help without strain. Carlos began using a small dose of baking soda in water every other morning, followed by plenty of plain water and a warm lemon water routine later. About 3 weeks in, he reported a simple but profound shift. "My whole body feels lighter," document, "like I'm not hauling around as much junk." And importantly, his intimate life began to slowly but noticeably improve. When your primary detox organs function better, the entire system, including hormonal balance and circulation, benefits. A significant burden often carried by men over 60 and one that directly sabotages hormones and performance is stubborn belly fat. Benefit number 8, tames the craving, reducing sugar urges and supporting waistline loss. Notice that belly fat clinging tighter than ever despite eating well? Or those sudden, powerful cravings for sweets or carbs, especially in the evenings? This isn't just about willpower, it's hormonal. That stubborn abdominal fat actively produces an enzyme called aromatase, which converts your precious testosterone into estrogen. More belly fat means less active testosterone, leading directly to reduced libido, poorer erections, and lower energy. Jack, a 66-year-old former football coach, was exasperated. Patting his stomach, he said, "This right here is killing me, document. I can't shake it, and I know it's wrecking my drive." He tried dieting, exercise, everything, but the cravings and low energy persisted. Baking soda plays a surprisingly relevant role here. By helping to balance your body's pH, it may contribute to more stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. Stable blood sugar means fewer dramatic spikes and crashes, which directly translates to reduced intensity of those sugar and carb cravings. When you're not constantly battling cravings and riding the blood sugar roller coaster, your body can more easily shift into fat-burning mode, particularly targeting that hormonally active abdominal fat. Jack added baking soda with lemon water first thing each morning, followed by a protein-rich breakfast and light movement. Within 4 weeks, he reported a significant decrease in cravings. "I don't feel so out of control around food anymore," he shared. The belly fat began to slowly recede, and crucially, his confidence started to return. "When I look in the mirror now, I don't see a man who's given up." Less sugar, less belly fat, better hormone balance, and a renewed sense of capability, all interconnected. Yet, even with physical improvements, performance can be blocked by an often overlooked factor: a stressed nervous system. Benefit number 9, calms the current. Soothing an overactive nervous system performance isn't solely a physical act. It's deeply neurological. Your nervous system must be in the right state, relaxed and receptive, parasympathetic mode, for arousal and erection to occur naturally. If your system is stuck in constant high alert, fight or flight, sympathetic mode, blood flow to the penis is literally shut down as a survival mechanism. It's your body prioritizing perceived threat over connection. Tom, a 70-year-old retired military man, was strong but carried invisible tension. His voice dropped as he shared, "I still love my wife," document, "but every time we get close, I panic. My body just freezes." This wasn't primarily a hormone or heart issue, it was a nervous system locked in stress. Chronic stress, inflammation, and even poor sleep can trap your nervous system in this hypervigilant state. Baking soda, by reducing systemic acidity and inflammation, helps create a calmer internal milieu. Research suggests bicarbonate can influence signaling pathways involving the kidneys and spleen, potentially reducing stress signals sent to the brain. This supports the dominance of the calming parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest or rest and connect state essential for intimacy. Tom started using baking soda water a few times a week and practiced specific breathing techniques. I taught him to activate the relaxation response directly. Within weeks, the transformation was profound. "It's like my body finally feels safe enough to connect again," he said emotionally. This shift wasn't just physical. It was deeply emotional, restoring the sense of safety and presence needed for true intimacy. Now, imagine amplifying all these benefits with one simple, natural addition. Benefit number 10, the power duo, baking soda plus lemon/ACV. The morning ignition. We've covered baking soda's remarkable solo benefits: pH balance, reduced inflammation, better NO and oxygen flow, cellular energy, hormone sensitivity, detox support, craving control, and nervous system calm. But there's a simple combination I've seen create profound results in men over 60. Baking soda paired with fresh lemon juice or raw apple cider vinegar, ACV. Individually, lemon and ACV are potent. They're rich in antioxidants, like vitamin C and lemon, support digestion, help regulate blood sugar, and possess their own alkalizing effects despite being acidic initially. But when combined with baking soda, a fascinating reaction occurs. They fizz gently, creating sodium citrate from lemon, or sodium acetate from ACV. These compounds are particularly effective at alkalizing the body, stimulating bile flow for liver support, enhancing vascular health, and improving the bioavailability of baking soda's benefits. It creates a synergistic effect greater than the sum of its parts. Barry, 74, a widower cautiously re-entering the dating world, felt rusted shut. We'd addressed diet and exercise, but something was missing. I suggested the morning ritual. 1 glass of warm water, a generous squeeze of fresh lemon, or a tablespoon of raw ACV, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, stirred and sipped slowly on an empty stomach. A month later, he was beaming. "Didn't expect much, doc, but wow. I wake up feeling clearer, my digestion is smoother, and well, things are responding again. Feels like a fresh start." This simple combination, baking soda with lemon or ACV, supports the whole system holistically: gut, blood, nerves, hormones. It helps bring the body back into a state of balance where natural function, including sexual vitality, can flourish. Bringing it all together, your path forward. If you've stayed with me this far, thank you. Truly, it shows you care deeply about taking charge of your health, your vitality, and your future as a man over 60. That curiosity and resilience are your greatest assets. We've journeyed through 10 distinct, science-supported ways baking soda, that humble kitchen staple, can contribute to stronger, healthier erections and overall vigor, naturally balancing blood pH, creating the foundation for smoother circulation and vascular responsiveness, quieting inflammation, dousing the silent fire damaging blood vessels and blocking nitric oxide, boosting nitric oxide, fueling the essential spark that initiates blood flow, optimizing oxygen delivery, ensuring life-giving oxygen reaches the sensitive erectile tissue effectively, energizing mitochondria, recharging the tiny cellular engines powering erection maintenance, sharpening hormone sensitivity, helping your body hear and respond to its own testosterone, supporting detox organs, lightening the load on liver and kidneys for better systemic function, taming cravings and belly fat, supporting metabolic balance to protect testosterone and energy, calming the nervous system, creating the internal safety needed for physical and emotional connection. The morning ignition with lemon/ACV, amplifying benefits through a simple, synergistic ritual. Putting this into practice safely and effectively, consult your doctor. This is non-negotiable. Before starting any new regimen, especially if you have kidney disease, heart disease, high blood pressure, are on medication like diuretics or corticosteroids, or have electrolyte imbalances, talk to your doctor. Baking soda is high in sodium and can interact with conditions and medications. Start low and slow. Never begin with large doses. A common starting point is 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of pure baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, dissolved in at least 8 ounces of water. Timing is key. Take it on an empty stomach, ideally first thing in the morning, at least 30 to 60 minutes before eating. Taking it with food can interfere with digestion and stomach acid. Frequency: less is often more. Start with 2 to 3 times per week, not necessarily daily, and monitor how you feel. Some men benefit from daily use, others find every other day sufficient. Hydrate. Drink plenty of plain water throughout the day. Listen to your body. Pay attention to bloating, gas, increased thirst, swelling, or changes in blood pressure. Discontinue if you experience adverse effects. The lemon/ACV combo. If using the combination, add the juice of half a lemon or 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar to the glass of water first, then stir in the baking soda. Sip slowly as it fizzes. Patience and consistency. This isn't a magic bullet. Benefits often build subtly over weeks. Be consistent with your routine. Holistic approach. Baking soda is a supportive tool, not a standalone cure. Pair it with other pillars of health. Quality sleep, stress management, like deep breathing or meditation, regular movement, even gentle walks, a balanced diet rich in whole foods, and strong social connections. A final word from David Lee. Men, if you've been feeling frustrated, embarrassed, or like part of you is shutting down, please hear this: you are not broken. Your body is remarkably resilient, but it needs the right environment and support to function optimally as the years pass. Baking soda, used wisely and safely, can be one piece of that support system, a way to gently nudge your internal chemistry back towards balance. It won't work miracles overnight, but combined with healthy habits and a little patience, it can help pave the way for your body to respond with more strength, energy, and confidence. You deserve to feel vital, connected, and capable. It is never too late to make shifts that support that reality. If this video offered you new insight, a spark of hope, or simply made you feel understood, please give it a thumbs up. This helps other men, just like you, find this information when they need it most. Leave a comment below, even just a Y if it resonated, or a N if it didn't. I read them all to guide what I create next. If you know another man over 60 who might benefit, a brother, a friend, a neighbor, please share this with him. You might be the reason he takes that first step towards feeling like himself again. Thank you for trusting me with your health journey. Stay strong, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss science-backed strategies designed to help you live stronger, longer,